These are like the cutest little succulents. They're like little fuzzy grasses. I'm gonna start lunch a little bit early today, so we're just gonna have korma with rice and spinach, and then I'm also gonna add this can of carrots to it. So that's gonna soak for a little while so that the rice can get soft, and then I'm also gonna preheat our little cooker.
We are putting these reindeer together. They're gingerbread reindeer. They're 3D.
The icing that came with it is a little bit weird. Like, it's way too watery, so it's not like a decorating icing, it's like a icing to like coat things with. So I just put a bunch of icing on it since I want to eat it. The icing is way too watery, so it doesn't stay where you put it.
Okay, we're gonna see how this tastes. We've never ate one of these gingerbread things before.
We should just get graham crackers or something and decorate them.
It tastes like a stale gingerbread cookie.
I'm gonna put more frosting on mine and then I'm gonna eat them. The honeybees have come for the frosting.
Lily's been sitting here in the seat forever, just staring and listening. Like, she keeps barking every once in a while, so I think there must be an animal out there.
Lilith was a bad girl. We got our packages from the post office and she decided it was time to open all of our presents. So we have 3 presents that she opened for us that we now have in our possession. So one of the presents she opened was these socks. They're like wool socks, so I'm guessing she smelled them. These are from my grandma to my mother because she wears those kinds of socks. She chewed off the corner of this package from my grandma and pulled out a box of caramel. So we have a bag of caramel, and then she also opened this one, which we were actually told to open anyway, and it's a doggy partition so that our pain can finally be over and Lily can quit trying to climb in the front seat all the time. I totally forgot to film it, but the water was completely frozen, like all the way through. So it got very cold last night. Last night was probably the coldest night we've had. It didn't really feel like it though, but I think after tonight it starts getting like 5 degrees warmer every night. So here's the socks up close. It's actually kind of weird. So these are the exact same ones that I bought before. They're like a wool blend on Amazon, but I bought like a 12-pack last time and we literally can't find any of them. So we got a new pack of those for my mother because she liked them more than I did. They gave me a rash from the wool and I gave them all to her and we have no idea where they're at. So we've started using a cooler even though we didn't really want to mess with the cooler. What we've started doing to make it a lot less obnoxious is we bought this big, I think it's like a 10-liter Tupperware, obviously not Tupperware brand, but we bought that and we put our ice in there so that when it melts it doesn't turn into a cooler soup because that gets on my nerves. So that's in the bottom there. Sometimes I put it on top. You're supposed to put it on top because it cools better on top, but I didn't want to squish the grapes. So no matter how nice we try to make the campsite, it still looks pretty trashy. We don't have, like we were talking about it, and I was saying that when we have more money, we should try and get like all matching like blankets and chairs and everything so that it looks a little bit nicer when we set up, like have everything be pink or blue or something. Lilith continues to dig holes, so there are craters everywhere once again. She's not allowed behind the car because if she digs out the sand behind the car, then we're stuck here.
I broke a tooth in the back. I don't know if the tooth broke or if it had a filling and the filling came out. But so now I've got to make a dentist appointment for when we get back to get it filled. Montana. I'm just gonna go to my normal dentist since it doesn't hurt or anything. If it starts to hurt, I'll go to a dentist here. Yeah. But I would just rather...
Her insurance doesn't cover dental, yeah. So either way we have to pay out of pocket, so I might as well...
I mean, because it'll be like $1,000 to fix. Yeah. The last time I did one, it was $1,000. So I'm just gonna use my tax return. I'm thinking I'll have $1,000 on my tax return because I don't have an extra 1,000 lying around.
No, yeah. Baboo could tell you it's not that bad to be missing teeth. She still eats all of her favorite foods, just very, very, very slowly. Since we went to town, we got something from the freezer section to cook. We got French bread pizza. I'm just letting it sit up here in the sun while the thing preheats so that they can thaw out a little bit because they're still frozen and it takes forever for that thing to heat stuff up. So hopefully we don't end up on a chubby emu episode and die of botulism. Lilith, you have made such a mess of this campsite. This place was so nice and beautiful, and then you came along. We bought some of these cherry blossom LaCroix. They're our favorite one, but they're kind of hard to find. I think they're like a seasonal flavor, so the only time you find them out of season seems to just be when the stores don't sell them all during the season. So we were actually surprised to see these, but they're our favorite. They kind of taste like chocolate. Bushka got stung by a bee. So I don't know, we're gonna see if it swells. We'll check it for a stinger later, but I'm gonna bite. Yeah, so we'll check it for a stinger later. I'll give her a little bit of Lily's allergy medicine, a very little bit, because Lily's allergy medicine is obviously a bigger dose than Baboo needs. The problem with Baboo is no matter what injury she sustains, she pretends like her front leg is broken. So
well, same leg. Same leg.
So she might have got stung by a bee, but it might be something completely different. So we're gonna keep an eye on her for a little bit and see what it is. I think it is the leg this time because she doesn't normally do the licking. And I suspect when it may have been, she never yelped or anything, but there was like a bunch of bees like eating an apple or something, like a piece of apple on the ground. And she like tromped right through that bee pile. Like she ran right through it. So I'm guessing that it might have happened when she did that. You got a num-num and you don't even know why. She's like, I should pretend to break my leg more often.
So if she isn't walking on her leg tomorrow, we'll take her to the vet.
Yeah.
Because then it means it's something more than a bee sting.
Yeah, because she's been stung by bees before and she walks it right off, but we think it's a bee sting. Don't mind the dangling. That's just how she holds her paw. She does that like even with the other paws, like if you pick up her foot. The package from my grandma that Lily ripped open, all the presents were wrapped inside of it. So we opened the box to put the presents around the tree because I wanted wrapped presents and we didn't wrap any of ours because that's a waste of space in the van. So we did that, and there's a present for Lily and a present for Baboo, and judging by the feel of Baboo's, that is wet food, which is good because we're about to run out of wet food and we were gonna have to make a trip to town just for wet food. So
we're gonna open that one early.
So we'll open that one early when Baboo runs out of food so that we don't have to go to town just for that. Because we were gonna get it today.
And we forgot.
And we are stupid and we forgot. She also included some snacks, so there are pistachios in there, root beer barrels, and then there was also apple cider mix and hot chocolate.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make hot chocolate.
Okay, it's on the bed next to Baboo, next to our invalid. Baboo, you better not be getting into that hot chocolate, you hear me? She's like, I literally could care less about hot chocolate. She's trying not to fall asleep. This is her I'm trying not to fall asleep face. Are the drugs kicking in? You can take a nap, you know. It won't kill you. She does this whether or not she is injured. This is just how she falls asleep. Standing up like a toddler. You can sleep. It's okay. You can sleep. I believe in you. Lately, every single time we turn the car on to cook anything, Lily loses her mind because she thinks we're going to leave her here. We're not going anywhere. When have we ever gone somewhere without you? When has that ever happened? We're not going anywhere. You are fine. We run the car all the time. You act like we have never run the car before in your entire life. We do this all the time. Every day. Okay? Can I untangle you from this log that you keep getting tangled on? She is turning into a mountain goat. She keeps climbing on all these trees, which is weird because she's never been a climber, so that's what she's been doing around here. I really thought she would frolic in the sand some more because she really loves running in sand. It like is one of her favorite things. But everything has a limit, and apparently we have surpassed the quantity of sand that she will tolerate. We tried to get the bee stinger out of Baboo's foot, but we didn't take into account the Lily factor, as in Lily is Baboo's protector, and so Baboo squawking made Lily lose her mind, and so she tried to kill us. So we're gonna have to do it later in a couple minutes when Lily is not in the car, because you're a good guard dog.
Oh, you were a protector.
She's like, Baboo was making weird noises. Yeah, so she does have a bee stinger in her foot. I did see it. We're gonna get that out. Okay, Lilith has been dealt with, as in we've given her a rock so that she can dig more craters, and we are gonna deal with the booba. All right, Baboo has gotten her victory snacks. Little tiny splinter. It's not even gonna focus on it. Put your hand up. Do the influencer thing. No, it's so small, you can't even see it. It is so small. Oh, now you're using your foot. Okay, yeah, so it was just because the splinter is in there. You're feeling better? That was a fast recovery, my friend. All that drama, and it was just because you had a splinter in your foot. You're like that lion in that one myth. But I bet you're still a biatch.
Now you're gonna go find a bee to play with.
Yeah, now she's gonna go find a bee to play with. So yeah, so you were just completely bedbound. because of that splinter. So I'm glad you are feeling better. And meanwhile, Lily has taken out her trauma on the ground. Baboo's like, I'm getting food. Lily's excavation efforts did not find any water in our desert. And knowing her, she's not going to fill these holes back in. So we are going to have to fill these holes back in because this area is completely unwalkable now. And this is why we don't get rocks. Are you just trekking around now? Oh my goodness, Lily. You terrified the boo. It's okay, Baboo. Come here. Yes, I know. I'm looking at you and that means your leg is broken again. Do you want foods? And I would get waters too because Lily just spilled all the water out. So in case you're wondering what it's like to eat food around a 100-pound dog with no boundaries, she does this all day. No matter what you have.
But she doesn't like these.
No matter what you have, she does this. So this is about the 16th one of those she's gotten and she just keeps spitting them out. But
you don't want it.
But like she thinks, I don't know, she thinks that it's going to turn into something she wants. Oh, she ate it.
Are you gonna eat it? If you eat it, I'll give you... Okay.
She was like, no.
You don't want them.
She's like, yes, I do.
I'm just gonna keep giving you the same one.
It's a new day and Baboo lives to tell another tale. She's just napping right now because it's nap time. She was running around earlier though and her foot's not swollen at all. She lets me touch it now. She's not gonna let me touch it because she's laying on it. But she's letting me touch her foot now, so that means it doesn't hurt anymore. Lily, I have no idea what Lily's doing. I don't know what she's doing. Are you tired? Is it nap time? Is this your sign that it is nap time? Is that comfortable? Because it doesn't look very comfortable.